It's Tammy Lackey and Kevin Lackey, and we're here from Acclaimed Heating, Cooling, and Furnace Cleaning, and we're here for a weekly Facebook Live. Isn't it great to be back, Kevin?
It's great to be back, yeah. Kind of like August is like most people, where we've had some time off, and now we're getting back into the swing of things.
Yeah, so welcome back. We do these weekly Facebook Lives from Edmonton, Alberta, and what we do is we share some letters and tips and tricks and updates from government rebates and all that stuff. So if you are joining us for the first time, welcome. And thank you for those that have participated in our weekly Facebook Lives. We love hearing the comments and feedback from everybody.
We do. So what's on the agenda today?
Well, before we get to the Dear Keven letter, we would like to mention that we had our newest newsletter that came out last week. And to get our weekly newsletter, we have the Acclaimed Homeowners Club. And how would you describe the Acclaimed Homeowners Club, Kevin?
Well, the Homeowners Club is like a membership program. It's like going to Save on Foods, where they ask you if you have your card there that entitles you to savings and benefits and things like that. Ours is very broad because it's not just all the benefits you get from Acclaimed. So we have so many tips on different things. We have discounts for clients on there, promotions for people on the Homeowners Club specifically, but we also have amazing partners. So we have partners in the Acclaimed Homeowners Club who are vetted members. They are our referral partners within that network who also have their discounts and promotions and all of those things specifically tailored to the Acclaimed Homeowners Club. Yeah. And so there's a lot of great things happening in that. The newsletter, there's a lot of information on that on its own, and that has all sorts of tips. Right now we're in September, so we have all sorts of tips that are relevant to the season that we're in, and all sorts of fun stuff too, like recipes. The government rebates are always a hot topic, so we always have an update on the government rebates that are going on right now, and people can participate in those as well.
Yeah, I think that, for example, this month you talked about the seasonal tips. We have a nice checklist in there for homeowners to go through their stuff, to prep stuff. We're squirrels getting ready for winter. We're putting away our nuts, and we're getting things all ready so our family's good for the winter. And it's easy. It's a much more non-daunting task if you have a checklist that you can go through and check through these things. So that's what we provide this month, and we'll continue to do that month to month and just share information with our partners, which is really important.
Right. And pursuant to that, you said like getting all of our nuts in order for the winter, like a squirrel preparing. Squirrels do that a lot. Human beings don't. And that's why the newsletter and people that are participating in that Homeowners Club, it's such a useful tool, because typically people don't do that squirreling away nuts and steadily prepare for the season and things like that. That's why we go crazy in September and October and not pre-planning. And that's why the newsletter in the Homeowners Club is really so great, is because that's the reminder, that's the checklist to go through during the right times. And I know that that's the feedback I've gotten from customers is the seasonality and, oh yeah, I forgot to do that, so thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. I heard somebody this week say that they appreciate how much they love and appreciate the 4 seasons we have here in Alberta, and it kind of gives us an opportunity to kind of reset things, kind of recharge, reset, new season, and we're certainly feeling that at Acclaimed here. We're getting all the house cleaning done and getting everything, the trucks all ready, clearing out the stuff that we use for the air conditioning season, filling it up with all the wonderful things that we need for the heating season, and so it feels good in the air.
Yeah, it does, for sure.
Yeah. So let's head to speaking of getting things lined up for the winter, let's talk about this weekly letter we got this week.
Okay,
let's go for it. And it's from Lazy Larry.
Lazy Larry.
Yeah, and the synopsis of his story is that he's got some advice from his father-in-law, and he'd rather not listen to it. So let's see if he's right. Let's see who's right. Okay. Dear Kevin, how important is it to cover the air conditioner outside over the winter? I figure since it's made for the outdoors, it shouldn't really matter. However, my father-in-law suggests differently. Please advise. Signed, Lazy Larry.
All right, Lazy Larry. First of all, it's unique and a special circumstance that your father-in-law has advice for you. That just never happens. And usually it's really good advice, and Lazy Larry here has gotten some good advice, but it's like many things where there is no one pigeonholed answer. Personally, if I had to choose one recommendation for clients, it would not be to put a winter cover on. And the reason for that is that when people need their equipment on in the spring, I've been to hundreds of houses where people are trying to run their air conditioners and they have the cover on that they remember to put on. No. Yeah, they remember to put it on in the fall, but they don't remember in the spring, or hot weather comes up and surprises them, and all of a sudden they're trying to have it like that. So we've been called out, hundreds of times because of that situation. And a lot of people don't need a winter cover to extend the life of their air conditioner or keep it clean or have any negative effect. And what happens with the air conditioners is that they are meant for outdoors. So they're meant for the outside weather. They're meant to not need to be covered. But it depends on what's around that air conditioner. So if it's underneath a spruce tree where you have all of these pine needles and spruce needles getting down into that, then that's something where it would warrant having a cover. The cover would be a great idea. And environmentally as well, there's so many factors. So a lot of people that I deal with, Tammy, they ask me about a cover, and it's actually about aesthetics a lot of the time.
Okay.
So it's about aesthetics, and they don't really know. So there really is no right or wrong answer to that. It is one of those things where it depends on where that air conditioner is, what environment it's in, and then what kind of maintenance that homeowner is going to do and they're going to remember to do. And it's not going to break the air conditioner if something kind of, falls into it. They're designed for things to kind of fall into it and such.
Okay.
So that's not going to break unless something very strange happens. So no right answer. Father-in-law and Lazy Larry are both right. And it depends on environmental. So hopefully that makes sense.
Yeah, and I think that's a good point that you're bringing up, is environmental and maintenance and all that stuff. So depending on the environment, and that makes a lot of sense, and also how much effort you want to put into your protecting it from fallen leaves and things like that over the fall, because things in that kind of build up and hang on it and go around there and can build up. So. All right, so Larry, Lazy Larry might be off the hook, but I have a feeling it's going to be hard to convince the father-in-law that he's wrong.
Yeah, well, hopefully we hear back from Larry and he lets us know.
Yeah, so absolutely, that's it. So we got an answer on that. One of the things that we are looking forward to in the next couple of weeks is the Vignette Design series, which is a month-long festival. We have a lot of friends and partners that are in this festival. And it's a collaboration of design and arts and culinary, and they come together and they put on this really neat displays of kind of individuality and creativity, and they have small spaces. So we have Contact Renovation that is in this festival.
Yeah, one of our real great referral partners, Paul and Sean over there at Contact.
Yeah, and AMR Designs, that's Michelle Pollock and her partner Brenda, and they have this. So what they do is take a small space and they build it and design it to be as creative as you can with a small amount of space. So it's a really interesting display of what people can do, and how really interesting to pick and see how creative people can be if you're looking for a new designer or a renovator. Aquarium is also in it, and so these are also companies that we are really interested to look at. So we're going to that gala on that Friday on the 22nd of September. And that will be really cool.
So we'll post some pictures of that once we get that. I've never been to it, and so I'm really curious to see it. We'll post some pictures of that after that event.
Absolutely. So that's all we have this week. Do you have anything else you want to say before we head out?
No, I've got nothing else other than it's getting very, very busy. This week has been an exceptionally warm week in September, and we hope that continues for a long time. In terms of getting those nuts kind of stored and kind of put away for the winter, now's a great time to do it, because at this time of year everybody knows that winter's coming, even though none of us want to believe it.
No, it doesn't feel like it actually is coming.
No, it doesn't feel like it's coming at all. I think yesterday was the hottest day of the year. It was like 33 degrees out. It was crazy. That's crazy. And so now is a great time of year. We are going to be flooded with calls as soon as it hits about 0 degrees for every one of our services, from servicing to furnace cleaning. Things go haywire. As soon as it goes down to 0 degrees at night, that's the kickoff to our busy season. So hopefully, a lot of people will be proactive and get that done before they're calling us out of panic.
Absolutely. Yeah. All right. Well, everybody have a great weekend, and we'll see you next Friday.
Have a great weekend, everybody.